Hi, welcome to a fresh series. In 30 days, you can get NVIDIA Gen AI certified. Let's get started. What if I told you that the same AI that writes poems, fixes code, and answers almost any question on earth runs on one ridiculously simple idea? Guess the next word. That is it. So, how does guess the next word turn into ChatGPT? And why is NVIDIA, a company famous for graphics cards, sitting right at the center of all of it? Stick with me because the next 10 minutes you will understand the foundation that every single day of this 30-day challenge is built on. Welcome to TechieTalksAI, the channel where we go hands-on with everything from artificial intelligence to electronics. I am Sri, founder. For over 20 years, I have worked in IT. I was the IT head at KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and I run Schogini systems. I am NVIDIA certified in generative AI. This is day one of a 30-day challenge where I take you from absolute newbie to passing the NVIDIA certified generative AI LLMs exam, the NCA-GENL exam on your first attempt. And TechieTalks AI isn't just videos. We run a permanent innovation and maker lab right here in Trivandrum, India, where we do workshops on robotics, AI, 3D design and printing, coding for kids and adults, plus online training and one-on-one mentorship for anyone serious about tech. It's all at Schogini.com. If you want to get certified alongside me, subscribe right now and turn on the bell notification. Let's get into day one. Question one, and it is the big one. What is generative AI really? Here is the cleanest way to see it. Most AI you have used before is discriminative. It draws a line between things. It identifies spam or not spam, cat or dog. It learns the boundary. Generative AI is far more ambitious. It learns the entire shape of the data itself. And then it samples from that shape to create something brand new. A discriminative model judges an email. A generative model writes the email. One learns P of Y given X, the other learns P of X. That is probability of Y given X. And discriminative is probability of X. Remember this contrast. The exam loves it. That is, remember generative AI is probability of Y given X, whereas discriminative AI is probability of X. Question two, what exactly is a large language model? An LLM is a transformer. We spent all of day three on transformers with billions of parameters trained on trillions of words, doing one job, predict the next token. Give it the cat sat on the, and it predicts math. Do that over and over, feeding each answer back in, and you get fluent paragraphs, working code, full conversations. Looping is called auto-regressive generation. And here is the shocking part. Nobody programmed it to translate languages or write Python. Those abilities emerged just from scaling up next token prediction. Question three, if it is that simple, why isn't every model as smart as the best ones? One word, scale. And there is a famous rule the exam will test you on. It is called Chinchilla finding. For a compute optimal model, you want roughly 20 tokens of training data for every one parameter. 20 to 1. That is 20 tokens of training data for every one parameter. Early models like GPT-3 were actually undertrained. Too many parameters, not enough data. So when the exam asks, how do you improve a model? The trap answer is just add more parameters. But the right answer is you scale your data along with it. The quick one. What is a foundation model? It is a model pre-trained broadly enough that you can adapt it to almost anything, summarizing, translating, coding, chatting, without retraining from scratch. Every LLM is a foundation model, but not every foundation model is an LLM. Vision models are foundation models too, but they are not LLM. Now, open versus closed. Llama, Mistral, Gemma, Quen are open weights. You can download them. Whereas GPT-4, Claude, Gemini, are closed. You can access them via API only. And here is a subtle trap. Open weights is not the same as open source. Llama weights are public, but the license has restrictions. Don't conflate the two. So where does NVIDIA fit? This trips up beginners. NVIDIA doesn't sell GPUs. They're not mainly a model company. They build the whole stack. Nemo to train, TensorRT LLM to optimize, Triton and NIM to serve, NGC as the catalog. We will touch every one of those over the next 30 days. Now let's look at what we will do it in the lab. Remember, these labs are for improving the clarity of understanding. These labs are not needed for the exam. These labs are where it gets real. Today you run your first language model on your own machine. Open a terminal, create a project folder, set up a Python virtual environment. So let's do that. Let's get into day one, lab folder. I already have the Python virtual environment created. That is Python space minus M space VENV space dot VNV. Then this folder gets created and everything will be inside this folder. Everything related to Python will be in that folder. Let me execute the command to show what we need to do. This is the command. Okay, so since the folder is already there, it just came back and then we need to activate the environment. So in this .venv folder, we have a bin folder which has the activate script. Okay, that we need to execute it like this, source. So you see the environment name here, VENV, and we are in this newly created Python environment. We can also execute pip install upgrade pip. So we have the latest pip, and then we need to install the libraries needed, that is transformers, torch, which is the most important library for AI-based applications, and accelerate. The inference script, where we import transformers and torch, and then we give the model ID GPT-2, which has got 124 million parameters, and it runs on any laptop. And this is the tokenizer from the GPT-2 tokenizer itself. And here we create the model from the GPT-2 itself. Okay, so here we are prompting generative AI is transforming. We give it a prompt, generative AI is transforming, and we generate text in two ways. First, greedy decoding. Always pick the single most likely next token. Run it twice and you get identical output. This is deterministic. So here we are getting the most likely output, deterministic. Then sampling it with the temperature of 0.9. So here we give a temperature 0.9. Now the output changes every single run. Here is your mini experiment. Run the same prompt at temperature 0.3, 0.7, 1.2. We'll do those. Okay, so let the libraries get installed. In order for this lab to work, you need to have these versions like Python 3.12, not 3.14, Torch 2.7, Transformer 4.51.3, and NumPy 1.26.4, and I have Apple Silicon. Okay, so let's run the inference. Okay, so let's run the inference. First, the greedy generation, which is deterministic. So deterministic, the generation is identical. See here, these sentences are into a world of robots, into a world of robots. Whereas when the temperature is 0.3, these values change. So let's make it 0.9. So deterministic, they're identical 3 times, they're identical, whereas when the temperature is 0.9, you see it has more resources Google is willing to spend on it. This paradigm is adapting to change. So first, greedy decoding, always pick the single most likely next token and run it twice, you get identical output. It is deterministic. Then sampling with temperature 3, now the output changes every single run. Low temperature, safe, focused, but a little boring. High temperature, wild, creative, sometimes nonsense. Let's make the temperature 1.2 and see what happens. This line is just a print statement. So greedy hasn't changed. Now, here, transforming data and algorithms to create new algorithms. Technology is advancing like new disease. Let's run it once more. Greedy is identical. And 1.2 is generating two different sentences. Why in both runs the 1.2 is same is we are using the same seed. That is just for our lab experiments. So high temperature, wild, creative, sometimes nonsense. That one dial is the difference between a legal document and a brainstorm. And that kills a myth right now. People say LLMs are deterministic, same input, same output. On the exam, that statement is false by default. And LLM is only deterministic with greedy decoding or temperature 0. Remember, an LLM is only deterministic with greedy decoding or temperature 0, with sampling on, and it's random. Get that wrong and you lose an easy mark. One more thing from lab, tokens are not words. Run the tokenizer on a sentence and count roughly 4 characters per token in English and about 3/4 of a word. Why care? Because every context window, every API bill, every limit is measured in tokens, never characters. Plan in tokens. We have made several videos on understanding the tokenizing. Let's recap the 5 things. 1, generative learns the data distribution. Discriminative learns the boundary. 2, an LLM is a transformer doing next token prediction at scale. 3, the Chinchilla rule, about 20 tokens per parameter. 4, greedy is deterministic. Sampling is controlled by temperature. 5, NVIDIA gives you the stack, not just the chips. Master those and day one is in the bag. That is day one. If this finally made generative AI click for you, smash that like button. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Share this with a friend who is also chasing this certification and tell me in the comments, what is your reason for getting NCA-GENL certification? I read every comment, subscribe and ring the bell. So day 2, a deep dive into neural networks lands in your feed tomorrow. And if you want to move faster with personal guidance, we run one-on-one mentorship in AI cloud automation plus hands-on programs at our Maker Lab in Trivandrum, India. It's all at Schogini.com. I am Sri. This is TechieTalksAI. See you on day 2.